Batiste dry shampoo was causing my hair to fall out so much. Hello, my name is AmandaSushma, and I stopped using aerosol dry shampoos about last year, which would be like August 2022. So what happened was I saw a TikTok, thank you TikTok, with their algorithm and everything, and this girl was talking about how she was losing hair due to dry shampoos, specifically Batiste, and she stopped using it and her hair just completely stopped falling out. And I thought, let me try this, because over the years I've been using Batiste for years, like maybe even before 2016, like years, I'm telling you guys. And my hair, like every time I ran my hand through it like this, I would get like strands, like multiple strands, not just one strand. See, I'm doing it now and I'm not getting anything. But when I did it back then, I would get strands on strands on strands. And I kind of thought it was normal because I was like, don't we shed like 50 to 100 hairs a day or something along those lines? So I was like, yeah, that makes sense, right? For me to like run my hand through and get strands of hair. But no, that is not normal, guys. That is not normal. So basically, after seeing that TikTok, I was like, let me just do an experiment. So I went cold turkey. I specifically used the Batiste, the dry shampoo one with the dark tint. So after seeing that video, I went a whole week, no dry shampoo, no nothing actually. My hair was super greasy and I did just a lot of like tight hairstyles and stuff. But my hair, like at the end of the week, it felt so soft, and yes, it was oily, but like you can comb it through and distribute the oil to like get the rest of your hair like down and stuff, and it felt so soft and healthy. I'm going to show you guys a quick snippet of how surprised I was on the actual day of the end of my experiment where no strands are coming out. So here's that. Anyone who uses Batiste dry shampoo, listen up. So I saw all those TikToks about it causing hair loss and I got freaked out because I've been using it for years. And I actually have one right here. And this is what I always use. So when I saw those TikToks, which was last week, I stopped using it, right? I was like, let me give it a shot. Let me stop using it. My hair got oily, so I was doing like slick looks and stuff. Anyway, my hair has never felt softer. And like when I brush my hand through it, nothing. And when I was using the dry shampoo only like a week ago, like strands would come out and I would think, that's normal. But it's not. It's not normal. If you want to see the rest of that, I'll link it down below. It's a little bit longer TikTok, like 2 or 3 minutes, but it was definitely my first, like, oh my gosh, Batiste is like making my hair fall out. So what was interesting was around that time I did my little experiment and discovered it was the dry shampoo making my hair fall out. Dry shampoo, specifically the aerosol ones in the cans, were actually all over the news for a recall for too much benzene in them. Benzene is a carcinogen, which means it's a cancer-causing chemical, and it was found in like certain dry shampoo brands, and they were being recalled at the time. And I'll leave some links down below because I'm not like a scientist or anyone in science, so you guys can research this for yourself. I basically just saw a TikTok, my hair stopped falling out, and then I started obsessing and like researching everything about it. So I don't want to make this like a statistic research type of video, like that's not what I'm trying to do, but I did find some interesting facts I want to share real fast, and I'm going to be reading it off of some notes. So the EPA states inhaling benzene at levels of 0.4 parts per million chronologically over a lifetime could result in 1 additional cancer per 100,000 people. And Valisure, which is the lab that tested the dry shampoos and they submitted the petition to ban or recall certain ones, they found that Not Your Mother's Beach Babe dry shampoo contained 158 parts per million of benzene, and Batiste Bare dry shampoo contained 15 parts per million of benzene in one spray. So in case you fell asleep while I was reading that, basically the EPA is like 0.4 parts per million is super bad chronologically over time, and Beach Babe is like, what about 158 parts per million per spray, and Batiste is like, what about 15 parts per million, and they're like, no, it's 0.4 is pretty bad. It's insane. Like, I feel like as a regular consumer person, we don't know stuff like that, you know? Like, that's the scientists, the labs, and like, obviously the EPA, so that's why they were recalled, but that's crazy. So I hope anyone who got cancer from these products, or if they could somehow link it back to that, I hope they could sue and like get their entire life paid for it, because that is crazy. Anyway, do your research and figure out just which ones were at least recalled if you're using that one, and just switch over to a different one. I know the big brand is Unilever, and they have a bunch of brands under them. I have a list here. So Dove, Suave, Nexus, and Bedhead, the big ones, they've all been like recalled, so double check on that. So that benzene stuff, again, I found it out after I had done my little experiment and realized the Batiste dry shampoo was making my hair fall out. And to be honest, I don't know exactly why, because obviously a lot of people use it and they don't have that same problem. But then I did my little TikTok and a bunch of people were like, oh my god, that's happening to me too. Let me stop using it. If you're losing like strands on strands on strands and you are using a dry shampoo every single day, maybe just cut that out for like a week and see if your hair like stops falling out. Because mine it just immediately like stopped falling out. I can't really pinpoint why it made my hair fall out a lot, but I think for me it was excessive use of it. And by that I mean I would go like 7 days without washing my hair. Like I'll take a shower and stuff, but I just want to wash my hair because I was like, I'll just use my dry shampoo. I bought into that YouTube like influencer rule of, oh, it's bad to wash your hair every day. Like you need to skip days. Like no, I have fine straight hair that's prone to oiliness, and I was like constantly using it all the time, and I just feel like it irritated my hair follicles and they just couldn't like do their thing. I feel like it made them like weaker or like more brittle, and that's why my hair was falling out so easily. And after I stopped using it, like, yes, it was oily, but it was like not falling out at all. And it was like quick. It was like almost like an instant result, like after like a day or two. Like it was crazy. Honestly, shout out to TikTok for their like really good algorithm and finding things that are like for you, because it really was for me and I needed it, and it like completely saved my hair. And now I wash my hair like, I give it like every other day, and I think that's fine. And then sometimes I do have to wash it the next day because I feel like it, but I'm never gonna use aerosol dry shampoos ever again. But of course, I still was not gonna go around with oily hair everywhere. So I've been using dry shampoo powder, which is safer than the aerosol dry shampoos, which from what I understand, I'm not a science person. I'm trying to research it and learn myself. So basically in an aerosol dry shampoo can, when you turn that liquid into a gas, that's when you get the benzene chemicals coming through, not when it's like in a powder form. I hope that made sense. I hope that's correct, but definitely research it for yourself to make sure that's correct. And though I am moving to dry shampoo powders only, I am hesitant to try really big brands just because I don't trust them anymore. I have been giving smaller, more natural brands a chance, and I've only tried 2 so far because I'm trying to like use the product like all the way up before I get another one, because I don't want to keep buying products and just having them all. That's a video for another time. But the one I really, really love is this Primally Pure one. Not sponsored, I'm just sharing. I just want to share 2 just in case you're interested in this. This is great for dark hair. I super recommend it. The ingredients are cocoa powder, arrowroot powder, kaolin clay, baking soda, essential oils, grapefruit, lavender, and peppermint. And I really, really like this. It has like a nice grit. The only thing I'd watch out if you decide to try this is like in your part, just try not to get it in your part, or else it's gonna like, the cocoa will make it darken a little bit, and you can use water and take it off, but it's kind of annoying. But other than that, it did a really good job. And the second one I'm kind of like mid-testing right now is this Odell one. It's just dry shampoo with plant proteins and 100% of natural fragrance. Theirs has cornstarch, something I can't pronounce. It's a root powder, rice starch, kaolin, baking soda, and more like extracts that I can't pronounce. I'm still in the middle of testing it. I want to finish most of it before I give like a final review. But if you have dark hair, I just recommend trying this one. I'll leave a link for it down below. Really like it. Not sponsored. I don't get anything from it. I just recommend it. Yeah. Something to keep in mind if you're like more on the natural side and you want to try these. Keep in mind like if you're allergic to any essential oils, fruits, extracts, or like anything like that, just double check and check the ingredients and make sure it's safe for you, because I think that's the issue some people have with natural products. Like they could be allergic to some of the ingredients. So just be aware and double check everything. One thing I will say is the powder ones last so much longer than the aerosol dry shampoo. Like this one lasted for like almost over 6 months for me. And this one, I got it earlier this year and I'm only this much down and it was filled to the top. So pretty cool. But performance wise, dry shampoos compared to the aerosol, like dry shampoos, Batiste specifically, which I used all the time, There really is no comparison. The aerosol ones do perform way better in my hair and take care of the oil and stuff, but due to all like the safety and health factors, I couldn't ever go back to that. I just feel like it's not worth the risk. And I did get like a lot of people being like, I didn't experience that with dry shampoos. I use the same one. I didn't get any hair fallout. That's fine. Like, we all experience different things. Like I said, I think it's because I was using it excessively. The only thing I suggest is just checking the one you use and make sure it's not on the recall list at the very least. I hope this was informative and helpful to some people, and if you're experiencing hair loss and you're using dry shampoo, any brand, just, you know, maybe give it a week and see if that helps the fallout or anything. If you've experienced something similar, definitely let me know. Thanks you guys so much for watching, and stay clear of benzene.